I'm Jenny Smith, a singer-songwriter from New Zealand, and I like to do these things where I listen to new music and react/review it at the same time. I like to do this because it helps me learn things as a songwriter, but also I'm on the hunt for my new obsession song, and by obsession song I mean the song that I will play on repeat for months, years even, and everyone else will get sick of it before I do. Examples of obsession songs for me are Tornado Warnings by Sabrina Carpenter, 1111 by Conan Gray, Contact High by Aiden Bissett, You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. All of these songs have been obsession songs in the past. I have a whole playlist. It's amazing. And I'm on the hunt for my new obsession song. And now you might be wondering, who is Jenny Smith and why should I care about her opinion? Yeah, that's a great question. You don't have to care about my opinion. Everyone interprets music in a different way, and I'm not going to say like my interpretation of this is correct, because everyone has different feelings about music and it depends on your experiences in life, and that is totally cool. So if you have a different interpretation of anything that I listened to today, let me know what it is in the comments. I would love to hear how you think of these songs. Yeah, who is Jenny Smith? I'm a singer-songwriter. I studied and graduated a popular music degree at the University of Auckland, which is focused on songwriting and performance. And since then I've gone on to have songs in the charts. I've had Stuck On You chart at number 7, T-Shirt chart at number 3, and this year, which was absolutely mind-blowing, my single Mirror charted at number 1. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then an even cooler thing happened, and my debut album, The Girl Next Door, charted at number 10 on the New Zealand album charts. But with that said, you do not have to agree with anything that I have to say about any of these songs. Everyone has their own interpretation, so just it is what it is. But thank you for being here and discovering new music with me. Today I'm listening to Cassie Henderson's EP Footnotes, and she just released a new single as well called It's a Wonder, so I'll be looking at that too. Let's get this party started. The first song is called Pity Party, which is why I said let's get this party started. I think it's gonna be a cry session, but let's find out.
Beautiful weather, sit a man on a train. What a silly thing to say to someone in pain. Can't you see it in my eyes? I'm not looking at the sky. The sorry excuse will lie 100 of them. 101 if you count me in this bed. I used to be a riot, used to paint this town violet. But now I've been dancing with your ghost in my room. It tells me all the things that you never ever did. No, you never ever did. No, you never did. Yeah, I've been dancing around questions of you, and I'll play a violin at my pity party. This is a pity party. This is a pity party. I've been here before, yeah, I know where you hide the key. But I'll climb through the window, 'cause I like the dramatics. Overdressed and old-fashioned. Hope you're missing me. And I promise, I swear, I was trying to play nice, but the cops pulled up while you were kissing outside. And I didn't want to interrupt, didn't want to cry, didn't know you were in love. What I'm trying to say is I'm sorry. What a bloody shit party. But instead I keep dancing with your ghost in my room. It tells me all the things that you never ever did. No, you never ever did. No, you never did. just feel like I'm diamond.
I don't even know what to say. What do I say? Oh my gosh. Trying not to cry right now. Okay, first of all, the production is so painfully simple. It's not really that simple, obviously. It's just that there's no drums and you keep thinking something's gonna kick in and it never does. And I think that that keeps it in that really tragic place. It sounds so personal. The layers, the vocal layers, I can't even explain how that made me feel. I feel so sad right now. As a lack of a better word, I'm sad right now. I kind of feel like she's referencing the song It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To, with the I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. But then she takes it a step further with I'll cry if I want to, try if I want to, lie if I want to. And I think that's a really cool thing to do. My favorite part of this is that second verse where she says, been here before, yeah, I know where you hide the key, but I'll climb through the window because I like the dramatics. Is that a fly? Get out of here. I also really like the development of I promise I swear I was trying to play nice, but the cops pulled up while you were kissing outside. Overall, she's very heartbroken about something, and you really feel it in her vocal delivery as well. Everything feels and sounds super intense. The real kicker for me, the punchline, was right at the end, where she brings it back to the I'm not trying to be dramatic, and she says, I'm not trying to be dramatic, I just feel like I am damaged. And oh damn, did that hit. If that is just the first track of this EP, the rest of it is going to destroy me. So let's have a listen to what happens next and see what happens next.
January, come right here. Tuck your feet into the corner of the sheet. I know it's scary, it's been a year. He decided to leave, and that's the way it's gonna be. So what are you gonna do with that? Will I pour a drink out, or maybe two? I'm mourning a memory, painted it in royal blue. I list the reasons, the pros and cons. I swim in the deep end of a frozen pond. 'Cause what are you gonna do with that? There's only one way out of you. There's only one way out, and that's I might be angry or a bitch to my mom. I might say things that I regret and raise alarms. I'll apologize, cause I didn't mean it. Get a mark for trying like this shit is collegiate. But what am I gonna do with that? I might just cry, and I might just bleed. But I'll be forged like I'm stealing the heat. In the glowing embers with a hammer strike. Fractures turn into some decent advice. And what will I do with that? 'Cause there's only one
That song made me feel so hopeful, and this is why Cassie Henderson is my favorite New Zealand artist. This is so good. I love how she can take you from being in a pity party to feeling like there's hope. I love how she can do that in just a matter of 2 songs. Okay, let's unpack this one. At the start of the song, she's very sad, and then it turns into a more hopeful position. It's such a beautiful lyric. I'm mourning a memory, painted it in royal blue. I swim in the deep end of a frozen pond. So she's swimming, but it's frozen over top, so she can't get out. There's only one way out of you. There's only one way out, and that's through. So she can't avoid how she's feeling about this. She has to go through the process. This lyric was very realistic. Sorry to all the mums out there who've had to deal with their daughters going through breakups. I might be angry, a real bitch to my mom. Thank you, Cassie, for calling us all out. So she's talking about going through the process, all of the stages of grief that come with getting over somebody and losing a relationship. I'm really glad I had the lyrics up for this because I think if I heard her sing it, I would have thought it was something else. But I'll be forged like I'm steel in the heat. If I didn't have the lyrics, I would have thought she said, and I'll be forged like I'm stealing the heat. But steel in the heat makes more sense. In the glowing embers with a hammer strike, fractures turn into some decent advice. Really pretty. It's so poetic. I love how much there is to unpack here, and I feel like I'm not going to be able to do that in one sitting. Like, I'm going to need to sit with this song, and both of them, oh my goodness, they're so complex and poetic. I think I need to sit with these. So I'm really interested in hearing what you think of these in the comments. I'm really enjoying the production. She had a cool moment on this 3rd verse where she stripped back the instruments for a little bit and just had a vocal come through. And I thought that was really pretty. I really like how hopeful it is. It sounds really hopeful in the way that she's produced it. She could have made this a very sad and like, what's going to happen now? I don't know what to do kind of thing. But she's looking at it from a very, I've been here before, I know the stages, I know it'll be okay kind of position. She's saying the seeds I'm sowing, are they blooming yet? Like, she doesn't know if what she's doing is working. I think that's really beautiful too. It's like she's laying down the foundation of this new Cassie, I suppose. This Cassie who has gotten over the breakup. She's laying down the foundations, but she isn't quite feeling it yet. And I think that's a beautiful thing to be doing, is just taking those steps, even if she's not there. And I think that's a really nice thing to be written about and expressed in a song, because I think many people go through this, but we don't have the words to express how we feel about it. And I think Cassie's just nailed it. I'm gonna head over to the next song now, which is called Bad Teeth.
Even silence bends to you. Heard a creak down the hallway, swear it matched your way tonight. When I look into the mirror, I see every part of me you liked. I'm pacing. She's lost her mind. Showed up to the party in clothes that I'm sure are mine. What are friends for, if not for lying? 'Cause I said it's been hard, and they said it'll heal with time. But all of my bad dreams come back to haunt me, it's true. Sometimes it's bad teeth, slow motion running on you. Even in a coffin in the ground, plenty or a pound, I will see through. Headlights might be more than might seem, but I'm destined to dream of you. And I see you, you can't listen close. I feel you, but bare feet on the road. You shouldn't be here, but the tar burns my toes. All of my bad dreams come back to haunt me, it's true. Sometimes it's bad taste, slow motion running for you. Even coffin in the ground, penny or a pound, I will see it through. Headlights might beam and water might steam, but I'm destined to dream of you.
I love the little laugh at the end. That was so cute. The lyrics, the lyrics, the lyrics. Can you tell I like lyrics? Even silence bends to you. What a beautiful opening line. What does it mean though? Even silence bends to you. Does she mean that anytime that there is silence, she thinks about them? Because silence bends to them, it leads to. Then there's a couple of ways that you can interpret that. Heard a creak down the hallway, swear it matched your weight tonight. So she had this person so memorized that she even remembered how their weight sounded on floorboards. Showed up to the party in clothes that I'm sure aren't mine. I feel like that could be seen as a reference to Pity Party, but I see it as she's trying to look more composed and healed and over the breakup than she actually is. It's like she's wearing a costume. I love this chorus. All of my bad dreams come back to haunt me, it's true. Sometimes it's bad teeth. Everyone's had that dream before, right? It's not just me. We've all had bad dreams about our teeth going bad. Slow motion running. I don't think I've had a dream slow motion running, but I do run a lot in my dreams. I love this lyric. Headlights might beam and water might steam, but I'm destined to dream of you. So headlights, you can turn on the beam, turn off the beam. Water only steams at a certain temperature, but she is always destined to dream of this person. I feel you like bare feet on the road. You shouldn't be here, but tar burns my toes. That sounds painful, and I think that is what she's talking about. It's just a beautiful song, and I love how she's comparing how much pain it gives her and how much it haunts her to have this person reappear in her dreams, to having the nightmares about bad teeth. I immediately understand what she's talking about. There was something in the ooh at the start that I thought, wow, that sounded really haunting and beautiful. Again, the harmonies, the production, the vocal layering, I'm so obsessed. We are up to the final song of this Footnotes EP, and it is called Collided.
All my twists and turns, you said, were eating you alive. I spent nights repeating myself till I got it right. It's not your job to find the knot of my soul to untie. I died a lot to live a little with you by my side. But it's not about you, and I think I know that now. I can't sanitize it from these hands you weaponized it. Took years to realize we never fell, we just collided. Maybe once or maybe twice I crawled back on my knees. Maybe that's my wicked vice, a craving to be seen. But that's not about Is this too loud? 'Cause I can't sanitize it from these hands. You weaponized it. Took years to realize we never fell, we just collided. And I won't apologize for how I chose to just get by when one day you'll theorize how the world burned up when we collided. We collided. How the world burned up, but I survived. How the world burned up when we collided.
That was a beautiful way to end the EP, but I survived how the world burnt up when we collided. She survived. Oh my goodness. I forgot to say this about previous track, Bad Teeth, but I really love how vulnerable some of the moments were in that song, as well as this one, where her vocal isn't perfect. And that shows a lot of vulnerability, and I think that just makes the whole thing sound so human and relatable. I really appreciate that she put that out with its imperfections, because that's how you feel when you've gone through a breakup. You feel imperfect, you feel not valued, and clearly Cassie Henderson is still an incredible singer, guys. Like, it's Cassie Henderson. Duh. I really love how she showed us those vulnerable moments, and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the vocal delivery. I think this is my favorite song on the album. I love the lyrics of this. It's not your job to find the knots of my soul to untie. So that's saying I have issues and it's not your job to fix me. It's my job to fix me. And I died a lot to live a little with you by my side. So she gave up a lot to be with this person. Took years to realize we never fell, we just collided. I think that's a really cool line, and it hits so hard. I was so shocked when she said that, because of course when you think about being in a relationship with someone, you think about how you both fell in love and how you both really wanted it. But in this situation, it kind of sounds like some kind of external factor that put them together, and they didn't fall together, they just were together. And I think that's a really beautiful way to say we're in this relationship but we didn't fall into it, we just like made it happen. I was absolutely heartbroken with the delivery of Any Part of Me Too Loud, which is a question, by the way. Is this too loud? It wasn't a defying, is it too loud? If it was a defying too loud, she'd be belting it, but instead she sang it really softly. And I think that goes to show what kind of person she was dealing with. That person took even her quiet moments as being too loud. And that makes me really want to cry right now. And what a beautiful, hopeful way to finish the EP. But I survived how the world burnt up when we collided. She survived it. Overall thoughts? I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I love this Footnotes EP, and they're all gonna go into my overthinking playlist. They have to. It's just so beautifully heartbreaking. I know exactly what I'm gonna listen to the next time I need a good cry. This is not done. There is one more Cassie Henderson song I need to listen to, and that is her latest single, It's a Wonder. I'm really hoping it's going to bring me out of my absolute pit of a chest feeling right now, because I'm so sad. Please make me happy with It's a Wonder. Here we go. I can't find the lyrics anywhere, so I'm just gonna have a listen and see if I can pick up on anything.
Wait, hold the elevator. I can't be late again. Aren't these years meant to change her? I'm still a mess, still sleeping in. Turn off the radiator. Big bill when I forget. Pay rent is not dictators. Nevertheless, I'm digging.
song feels like it belongs in a coming of age movie, and I love that. Sorry, my chair is so squeaky. I love how much the song is about growing up, and it's a wonder that we make it to adulthood because we're like, oh my gosh, our teenage years were so hard. I really wish I had the lyrics for this right now so I could unpack it better. But the start of it really felt like she was behind, and then at the end she was saying, oh, like it's a wonder that I actually made it to where I want to be because I didn't think I would at some point. And I think that is absolutely amazing to say. It doesn't feel like a love song. It feels like a friendship song. It feels like a song for and about those people who you've spent a lot of time with, who maybe were with you during hard times, and you're like, wow, it's crazy that we're here. It's so crazy that we made it. And I think that's really beautiful. This needs to be in a coming of age show or movie. I need to see that happen. It would just fit so perfectly. I love the production, how unpredictable it was, and I think that also mirrors how unpredictable life is. It didn't go where I was expecting it to go half the time, but I think that was the magic behind it as well. I feel like this referenced life and reflected how life isn't predictable. I'm really glad that I left that for last, because if I had finished with Collide, I think I would be bawling my eyes out. My top tracks from today's listen: Bad Teeth and Collide. This was actually a really hard thing to decide because they're all amazing songs. Of course, it's Cassie Henderson. Let me know what your top 2 songs were from today's listen. So I listened to It's a Wonder, which is Cassie Henderson's new single, as well as her Footnotes EP. And I hope you feel inspired to listen to some more Kiwi music. Thank you so much for being with me today. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in the next reaction/review.